December 2022.
Nice. Very
Yes,
nice.
it's because I have been learning English for 3 years, but in the last years I enforced it more, improving my English more, because I stay in class all the day, one class for day, and talking helping me for have more confidence. It's good for us because here with the community, it's possible I talk with other people without judge which another. It's a
Yes.
possibility. It's a good possibility. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. Just a time. Hello, YouTube. I am Anna. I'm not Lara. This meeting is Lara's meeting, but I'm here to talk with my friends, Dennis, Angelo, Luanda, and Thais. We already presented ourselves, and we will start the discussion talking about showing your work. So the questions are here on chat, and I will start. Dennis, the question number 1, do you feel comfortable with the idea of showing your work to the world? Why or why not? Remember us, what do you work with? Just to...
Okay, very good. Okay. For the question, I do, and I work IT in Brazil. My company called Logicalis. It's I think it's the same with Angelo.
Same company?
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's possible, but I stay in Portugal, the branch here in Portugal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
hope you don't say bad things about your company because you know each other. Just kidding. Feel free. Go ahead.
no problem, no problem. But I don't have problem to showing my work to the world because for me it's a pleasure. Yes, a big pleasure to showing my company. It's a good place to work, and there are many people interesting to talk every day, to work in what else? Many things. I think that.
Okay, Luanda needs to leave, so you don't have problem, Luanda. Luanda não tem problema se você precisar ir. Eu espero que você consiga voltar outras vezes. E se precisar de qualquer coisa, a gente está aqui, tá? See you next time. Angelo, the question number 1 for you. Do you feel comfortable with the idea of showing your work? Do you feel proud of working in the company that you work?
Yes, I am totally comfortable. I'm start to work with technology area when I was a little guy. It's 22 years ago. And yes, I have a channel. Exactly, it's the same situation because I show you my area for all the people who knows more about security. It's good for me. It's not have a problem. It's part of my personality because it's impossible your separate your personality with your professional because sometimes you have some comportment, some knows, some ways for do that in your professional, and you comes these situations for your personal life, and when try to other people with respect to other people and something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned a very good and very interesting topic, and I would like to talk about you after listening, Thais, that you mentioned about it's impossible to split your personal life and the life related with your job. So I would like to talk about this after Thais. Thais, do you feel comfortable showing your work to the world?
Yes, I do. I am finishing my PhD in geology, hydrogeology.
Nice.
And over the 7 years I've been in academy, masters and PhD, I've participated in scientific conference to present my work. Some
Yes.
presentations were in poster format,
Yeah.
others oral. It's normal for me to be a little nervous, of
Yes,
course, but
fine.
it's important to show my work.
Yeah. Do you know Endel, the host here?
Yes.
He's also
Endel,
a
yes.
geologist.
In Unicamp, Unicamp. I know.
Yeah.
I know him.
And he finished his PhD
Last year.
Yeah, I think it was, yes. And Thais, do you think it's possible to split your personal life with your, I don't know how to say this, vida pessoal e vida...
Professional life.
Yes. Thank you. We know the word, but...
Not all part, I think, but yes, you are the same person. You bring to your work your personality.
Yes.
And your skills and your characteristics, I think. And yes, I think that is it.
Yeah, I think even though it's not possible to split at all, I think it's important to know the limits. An example, I'm also from academic environment, and as you can see, I am a totally extroverted and funny person. And sometimes in the academic area, as I'm doing a PhD, as I am a professor, I need to maintain the serious mode. And sometimes for me, it's really, really difficult because I'm not this person. But I need to improve this kind of behavior with my students. So I think it's not possible to split at all, but sometimes it's impossible to know the limits.
Adaptation.
Yes. Dennis, do you think it's possible to split personal and professional life?
Could you repeat, please, your question?
Yes, it's not a question that is here on the chat. It's a question that I already bring. I asked if it's possible to split, se é possível separar, the personal life and the professional life.
Yeah, sure. Yes, it's normal because in my work, my job, it's very comfortable to split this time. In fact, it's necessary because I have 2 daughters. It's I need to split this time when with my work, with my study, and my particular life, and it's normal for me.
Yeah.
I don't have problem for that.
Dennis mentioned something interesting that was not what we were really talking about. We were talking about the behaviors, the style, and things like this. And Dennis mentioned it about the time, that is important to split the time. And Angelo, can you do this? An example, when you are with your family or when you are not in your job, you can like turn off your mind from your job to really split.
For me, it's very difficult. I have a daughter too, like Danny said, but for me, it's very difficult. And sometimes I stay in another world, different to my family. I talk with them, but I see some situations in my work. It's very difficult for me, and nowadays I take it a different way for do that. For example, I like to read a lot because that I receive a lot of insights about the situations. Like in the book is Unlimited Power is good book for reading about your life, about your perceptions about the life. In the other books, Atomic Habits, it's a good book to read it too because it has a different form to take your tools your job or your situations in your family without impact one with each other, you know. But I'm learning so much about the situations. It's pretty good to, it's pretty important to you take these different ways. If not do that, it's possible you not stay with your family more because your family get out with the other person because it's a different person. In technology area is a bubble, right? It's a bubble because people all the time like to talk the different forms to see the road or because Elon Musk take the different technology. You know, it's very difficult, but it's good because my children like to talk with this technology area and this
Very
situations
nice.
and anime. It's good for me too.
Yeah, it's very good. For me, it's hard to split the time, especially in my mind, because when you are doing your PhD, I don't know if Thais is passing through this situation as well, but for me, some people inside of my brain, sometimes I feel that I am studying, but I'm not working with this. I am there as a student. Yes, I am a student, but I'm also a professional. So I'm also a professor. So I'm also someone that is working, as Dennis is working, Angela is working, and anyone here. So when I feel that I am studying, I don't have holidays. I don't have, here in my city today, it's holiday. I know it's not a holiday for others, but tomorrow we will celebrate I don't know, because I'm not Catholic, but it's the day of someone important in the city. Eu acho que é o padroeiro da cidade, I'm not sure. So tomorrow it's a holiday for us. So today we are like in a holiday as well. But I cannot enjoy the holiday because I need to work. I need to finish the things on PhD. So sometimes for me, it's really, really hard to split this time. Because sometimes I feel that I'm studying, so I don't have time. I need to do anything in any time.
And it always you have thinking about something related to your project, and yeah, it's hard for me to completely turn off my mind.
For me, it's impossible. I would like to know how to do it. Guys, in the beginning of the meeting, I say that we don't need to follow the sequence and we don't need to answer all the questions. So I will go to the question number 4. How can we overcome our fear of having our work seen by others? I didn't mention it a lot about my work. I say that I am a researcher, but I have another job. I am a physiotherapist and I work with women's health, with sexual dysfunction and incontinence and things related with the health of some women. And it's really hard the way that some people look for my job, seeing my job, because sometimes seems, as I work with sexuality, it's harder than just be a physiotherapist. I work with the way to improve your sexuality. So it's something that some people look for me and really? Yeah, it's this. It's important as any area of your life. So it was a problem for me for a long, long, long time, how people will see my work. And I am overcoming this, studying more and being more confident about the importance of my job. Because there is a lot of women that is suffering because they don't have a good quality of life because of the sexual area. So it's really, really important to improve this. It's not because of the pleasure. The pleasure is one of the key for a good quality of life. So it's so important as any other area. So that was the way that I am improving this. Does someone already have this fear? How others will see the work? Does someone wants to add something about this?
I think in my field my field of work, for example, I think we should think that we were the ones who participate in all stages of the work, and we know the details.
Yes.
So when we present it to other people, it's just a part of the work, and that is it, I think.
I think you feel that a lot of time your work or the paper or any part, it's just a part, as you mentioned, it's a part of your job, your work. And a lot of people judge and say, it's not good, you need to improve this, and then you need to improve. And sometimes people disagree with things that you put there, but you studied a lot about what is there. So how can you overcome this fear? In the end of a presentation, we are always waiting for the badge.
Yes, it's difficult to stop in your mind and to the people judge you, and I think that is a soft skill.
Yeah.
I've been working on, you know.
Yes,
Oh my
yes,
God.
very good. Dennis, do you feel this fear of having your work seen by others the way that you see?
No, I don't. No, I don't have this problem, for example, because for me it is very, I don't know how can you explain, because it's very confusing sometimes. But I think depends on the situation. But for me, it's very easy, or I don't know, I think.
Do you think it's because your profession it's like more established? People know what you do.
Yes, I think. Because the IT, it's a big area in the other places. It's very difficult to have a problem with IT, and sometimes, but no, I don't know.
Yeah, very good. And you, Angelo, have you ever feel fear of this?
Not, I completely comfortable with the situations, but when I start in my journey with technology area, I I I I had a lot of fears about the situations. When you grow up in this area, you stay more comfortable, and because that it's different, right? All the time I need presentation, some situations for my director, for my team, for people's outside the company, like in YouTube when I have a channel, you know, I don't have a problem because all the time people judge you.
Yes.
If you take the correct way or the wrong way, if you take some mistakes, people judge you. If you not take mistakes, people judge you. If you take some things goals in your life, people judge you because you're not spend time for stay in social media. All the time people talk to me, oh, why do you not have Instagram or Facebook for stay with us, talk with us? But it's boring, right? Life is more than staying social media. For me, life is your is you have completely time in your day. You don't need more time in your day if you take the different way with other people, right? When you start your day, we take your breakfast and you talk with your family, and to take your job, it's possible you study more and more. People's all the time talk about the situation. All right, I'm fair, but when you need into in your chat with your post in the social media, you not have a fair. What problem with you? You know, it's people needed knows more about their life. Life is not only social media. It's not only I feel good because I have more money with you. It stay more fair when and how, and
Yeah.
why I need fair? Yeah. I think it's fair form. If you read Limited Power, it's exactly the same situations, and other books about the situations. It's if you without fair, it's possible all the situations are on the road for you. Yeah.
Yes, I totally got you. As you're doing fields, what is the first profession that comes in your mind when I say this? To feel fear of having or work seen by others. What is the profession that comes in your mind? Uma profissão que a pessoa tem receio de como os outros vão ver.
For me, all the professional has this possibility, If you don't have confidentials, it's possible you have this problem. If we work with buy anything you need, or working in technology, example, or in biology, if you not have confidentials, if you not study a lot, if you not stay involved with some situations, it's possible you have affair. It's common. People all the time have affair. The society causes the situations for people. The TV causes situations for people because people is not possible stay one finger with me. Oh, it's because you have a mistakes. If people say, oh, I'm afraid, I not cause mistake in my way, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes the society say that we are the reasons for our problems. So sometimes we face. Dennis, the same question that I did to Angelo. What is the first profession that comes in your mind when I mentioned this? To feel uncomfortable with the way that society will see them work.
Yes, I think this is the same if the Angelo, because in this moment, TV, internet, social media, it's a very complicated because I don't know how you say é terra de ninguém, né? It's very difficult to bypass the situation at the moment, but it's very complicated.
Yeah.
One thing is for sure, I think, in my opinion, you need to be always up to date. It's a dot, no necessary every day, every moment, always, I think.
Yeah. Thais, can you pick another professional that is harder than our professional? An example, the way that others will see them work.
I don't know harder, but I was thinking in Angelo's and Danny's answers. I think there are some professions that society judges, especially because the difference of the generations.
Yeah.
Boomers and Z generation. For example, one new profession is gamer. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but for my grandmother, for example, grandfather, to understand this, it's hard.
I'm so sorry, but even for me, it's really hard.
Yes, for me too. For me too.
Play.
Yeah, and a lot of money. Yes, just play. And yes, I think it's because the difference of the generations and thinkings.
Influencers.
Yes, influencers too.
What is this?
Yes, and my I am doing my PhD harder. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different, but yeah, I feel that it's hard for them to defend the value of the work, because imagine a gamer. Hey, haters of gamers. Yeah, it's really hard. Let's go to the question number 6. What is the importance of storytelling when presenting yourselves or work to the world? Angelo, have you ever listened about storytelling?
Yeah, for me, history is so good for people to understand the real proposal about the situations, you know. Imagine you talk about technology, we talk to explain to people about the problem in the past when people's not have a lot of opportunity for taking more money or resolve your problems quickly. In technology area is this possibility, like biology. I know imagining in biology, but for me, biology is most important to like technology area because has a lot of situations in this area when people's not understand because no have some blogs or some channels about the situations. I like read more about the situations, but for me it's very difficult. If you not have history about the situations, it's impossible. I know about your job, about how important is your job for the humanity. You know, technology areas. I know a lot of situations because technology area is not only for social media. You know,
Yeah.
the medicine and biology and
We also use the
advocacy,
technology.
all the situations use technology area. Nowadays, it's possible you take the surgery other people's without present in the places. You know, it's history. It's history. If you talk history for you about technology area, has a lot of good things for talk with you. Not only guns. When people's imagine only guns, only for wars. Not, it's not only for that. It's possible you take more acceptive result about cancer. You know, I know one notice some days about the situations when IA knows more quickly cancer in cancer de I don't know means mama in English.
Yeah. I think it's
Yeah, in the beginner situations, oh, it's quickly.
Yes.
Yeah, knows about situations. You know, it's for me, it's good to talk
Yeah.
history about all kinds of the sports in the history.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Angelo got a little bit different the word storytelling. Thais, have you ever listened to this word storytelling? The capacity of tell some story.
Yes.
Do you think it's important for us?
Yes, it's too high for me. I'm a very visual person, and so using storytelling to present my work, it helps to flow the conversation and the presentation. Recently, I did a course communication and oratory. I don't know. Yeah, and this storytelling is very important to 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 help you to present your work. I think that the visual parts and to help your work to your presentation in general, visual arts, visual images.
Yes.
I think, but I don't know all aspects of storytelling.
Yeah. I love the keys and the tools that storytelling can give you, but I have a problem with the way that the researchers see the storytelling. An example, imagine explain your PhD thesis. For me, make the more sense, you start with the end, an example with the conclusion, and then continue explaining how you achieve and how you find this conclusion. But in the academic area, you have a really strict way to present your job, your paper. You need to go with an introduction, methods, outcomes, and discussion and conclusion. for me, nowadays, make no sense to go with the sequence. But as I am from this academic area, I need to follow the sequence. And I know that from the storytelling point of view is not the best way to tell a story, because a PhD thesis is a story that I am counting about 4 years of hard work. So I would like to defend my work with the best tools that I have and the best way that I have. But because of the traditional way, I can't. But I know that's really important because it makes you more confident and make you more comfortable to really tell a story. Do not repeat a phrase as a parrot, because when I start presenting my papers, I was like writing all my presentation. Then I need to how can I say this in English? Eu decorava the presentation, and then I just did the presentation as a parrot, as a voice to Google. Anyone could read my presentation. So it's not a presentation, it's just someone is saying palavras decoradas. So really make no sense. But nowadays I am improving this. But the sequence that the academic areas say that you need to do your work, for me really make no sense. Really no sense. Have you ever tried, Thais, to make some presentation with other sequence?
No, I haven't, but your insight is insightful. Yes. Yes,
I would like to try.
I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I have a book called TED Talks.
Yes.
And TED Talks, and the author presents many ways to present the TED Talks, and and as you can see on TED Talks YouTube channel, there are many other ways to present and to catch the attention of the people, and it's really brilliant, the idea, Anna. Congratulations. I am thinking.
Yeah, because imagine it's really boring saying about the statistic methods that you use to analyze your data. No one would like to know about this, but everyone that is presenting a paper is focused on this. We always have at least one slide to say about the statistics, but no one cares about this. But everyone is just repeating a habit. And I will not be the first one to break this.
Yes, break the rule.
I will not.
Simple.
No, I will not do this one. I don't want to try this. It's really dangerous. Angelo, I really lost in which question we are. But the storytelling, you already mentioned. Let's back to Dennis. Dennis, what is the importance of storytelling when presenting ourselves or when we are presenting our work to the world?
Okay, I think it's very important. Sorry, my daughter woke up. Oh my God. Okay,
No problem.
I think it's very important. Not just for social media, but I think it's not enough too, because sometimes, for example, for our work, Angelo and me, for example, we need to demonstrate, I think is this word. You need to demonstrate or practice, and and to get a new work and a new opportunity for a good salary. And but I think it's storytelling, it's very important in many things. For example, LinkedIn, it's very important to explain better your work and you to do every day, I think.
Yeah, I totally got you. Totally got you. Yes, this question is really interesting, especially from Dennis and Angelo. I am not from technology area, so if you mention any tool or anything about technology, of course I will not understand.
Oh my
So,
God.
yeah. Question number 7, it's for you guys. What steps do you take to ensure that your work is accessible and understandable to people from diverse backgrounds or with variety levels of expertise? An example for me, Angelo, how do you ensure that what you are explaining, I am understanding? Because I'm not from technology area. So for me, it's hard to understand what do you work with.
It's a completely
Good question.
completely questions.
Sorry,
Because
ainda mais em inglês. Oh my God.
yeah, and sometimes people here in technology area not understand other people in technology area. It's very
Even in
difficult, right?
Portuguese, even the same language?
If it's the same language, it's very difficult to talk with other people in this technology area about some situations because Dennis said it's the correct way here. Because I work in different area. Technology area is so big, you know, and I work in security, and other people working in networking, and other people working in collaborations, and other people manage all the situations here and integration, the technical specialist with customers and other people's without manage the accounts of the situations like the client global, for example, talking, for example. You know, it's very difficult we talk with these peoples about when you propose the situations, like if you deliver some projects and you need to talk with these people's how important is this project, is this technology, but these people not know about the situation. Imagine I talk with you, if another understand some situations in technology area, specifically when I work here, and it's very difficult, right? But have some possibility you understand when you understand the history. I need to talk one history for you understand this time here when I stay, you know, in some books I read, if you need to stay in the same frequency with me for you understand when we need to talk with you about technology, you know. But it starts in the beginning, in the history of technology area, in the internet, in 1985, 1981, starts some projects in Harvard or other universities around the world, and stay, oh, it's possible I connect with other people in another place, and oh, I needed understand more about, oh, I need to surf, you know, I surf, and it's possible I stay in one beach about the big wave. For me is good, but I don't know, I don't have some information because that starts the technology area, because people follow, oh, okay, if I have some communications, and for people in this networking knows about the big wave, it's good, right, okay, what's possible I do that, oh, I connect this point to this point, and to this point, and another point, and another point, and you have internet when I stay here talk with you, Dennis and Thais, in streaming in YouTube, you know, use some tools about the situations, all the situations here, all the class here has a lot of technology. You know?
Yes.
You know, it's possible I transfer my voice to you, hear my voice, you know, and my videos, talk with you, I stay here. Yeah. That's it, you know.
And you, Dennis, how do you explain your work? In example, you mentioned that you have a son or a daughter? Sorry.
Daughter. Two daughters.
How old is she?
She is 4 years old, and Isabella, she is 8 years old.
Okay, 8 years old, I think she understands a little bit what do you work with, but how do you explain this for us? An example, you work in front of a computer and what do you do for she understand?
For example, for her or for you, for example, I explain the easy way. For example, do you have internet? Yes.
Yes, I have.
Yes. In your house, is there a modem to?
Oh, do you fix
Ah,
more? I have a problem.
it's similar. Not, but I similar. I use this for example to explain my work for other people that not understand my area. For example, in this case, I use, do you have internet? Yes. Is there a modem in your house? Okay. For
Yes.
example, I configure this modem or similar equipment or device to provide internet or other things for you. It's more easy because it's very complex. How do you
It's an
say?
easy way.
Yes.
Easy way. I got
Yeah.
this.
Yes.
I would
That's it.
like to give an example, especially to Dennis and Angelo, that they are not, and Thais as well, because you are not from healthy area. An example, I have some patients with incontinence, and it's hard to explain them what is the problem, because they don't know what is the problem. Sometimes they think that the problem is inside of the bexiga, I don't know how to say this in English, but sometimes the problem is not there. That is in another place. Then I explain when you go to the bathroom, it's like a torneira, and the problem can be in different parts of this torneira. And this is a way that I use to explain to someone that I am sure that if I give a scientific explanation, they will not understand, because they are not from this area. So when they understand what is the problem and how to fix this, they will be more adherence to the treatment. So it's really important for them to understand. Welcome back, Flavia and Gustavo. Where is the Malu?
She needs to leave. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no problem. How was the conversation, Flavia? You enjoyed this?
Yeah, it was amazing conversation. I learned a lot because I am from seven and I don't know how to work, how to how to work. Huh?
To share your work, to talk about your work.
Yeah, but I don't know how is in the private area. Private area, because I am in the public area, né? And I know something that is so hard and pressure. They have a lot of pressure and I think competition. And in my work, we don't have this because I have a stable job.
Yes, it's very different.
Yeah.
Guys, I need to finish because our time is over. But before this, we have a survey, and the survey is here on chat. For me, especially because it's not my meeting, it's very important to know what did you think about this meeting, about the topic, about the way that I conducted the meeting. So it's very, very, very important for me. So if you have time, less than 30 seconds, you will do the survey for me. Okay, thank you so much. I hope to see these faces on Friday, 9 a.m. because it's my